This might just be one of the most important small adventure bikes BMW has ever launched, and it's one that's been a long time coming. The BMW F450GS has been in the pipeline for a while, and I know a lot of you have a lot of questions. Since its announcement, I have been paying special attention to what you guys want to know, what you're asking about, what you're unsure about, and what really matters when considering a bike like this. So today I am at the international press launch of BMW's brand new F450GS in Sicily, and I'll be lucky enough to be riding two variants. I'll be taking their sport variant on-road and their GS Trophy variant off-road. So what can you expect from this review today? Well, I'm just hoping to cover the kind of real world stuff. How the bike feels, what the bike sounds like, how the engine delivers its power, what the seat heights are like, just the practical things that I think you guys want to know. So if you're interested in all that, then definitely keep watching and I'll roll the intro. The BMW F450GS starts from £6,990, but like most BMWs, that can climb quickly depending on spec. There are four main variants: Base, Exclusive, Sport, and the top spec Trophy, with upgrades like Riding Modes Pro, Quick Shifter and Auto Blipper, and Sport Suspension as you move up. Power comes from a 420cc parallel twin, making 48 horsepower and 43 Nm of torque, fully A2 compliant. It also features a 135-degree crank to give it a bit more character whilst keeping the vibrations down. We'll hear the bike running later on in the video. Suspension comes from KYB with a 43mm upside down fork and a rear monoshock. The base model gets non-adjustable forks and a preload and rebound adjustable shock, with more adjustability on the bikes that get the sport suspension. Braking's covered by a 310mm front disc with a Brembo 4-piston caliper, while the rear gets a 240mm disc with a Bibri caliper, backed up by lean-sensitive ABS. Standard features that you get across all variants include basic riding modes, rain, road and enduro, traction control, engine brake control, heated grips, full LED lighting, a 6.5-inch TFT display, and a USB-C charging port, with higher spec bikes adding Shift Assist Pro and Enduro Pro. There are also loads of accessories available too, things like taller screens, luggage, protection, and different seat options like you see on the screen now. Ground clearance is 220mm, the bike has a 19-inch front and 17-inch rear setup, the tank capacity is 14 litres, and the wet weight comes in at 178 kilograms. The base seat height is 845mm, with options to bring it down to 830mm or up to 865. I'm a 5'4" individual with a 29-inch inseam, but I'll show you what it looks like for me to sit on both the bikes later on in the video. Right, let's get on the bike. Alright, let's go, baby. Alright team, so this is the road ride of the F450GS launch, and just look at this place, it's magnificent. So today I am riding their sport variant, which comes in at £7,440, and hopefully you will have watched my kind of little spec bit at the beginning of this video, but I understand if you just want to cut straight to the riding, so I'll refresh your memory. The sport variant has the handguards, it has the enduro foot pegs, it has like a little plasticky engine guard, it has Riding Modes Pro, it has a Quick Shifter and Auto Blipper as standard, or their Gear Shift Assist is their actual clinical name. Oh gosh, an absolute fountain on the road. And of course it comes with their sport suspension. So the base suspension, the forks at the front are non-adjustable, whereas with the sport suspension that's available on the sport variant and the GS Trophy variant, it is adjustable for rebound and compression. Woohoo! Now I've got some absolute mad creatures in front of me in the form of Bruce and Carl Stevens, and they've already whipped it in Enduro Pro, and they're locking up the back and doing all kinds of mad shizzle. But I'm just trying to stay in one piece today and ride it as I think a normal rider would. So I do have it in their road mode. So yeah, because we've got riding mode Pro, that allows us to have the Enduro Pro mode, which means that you can fine tune like traction control, engine braking, all that jazz, all that good stuff. Wang it round. Third gear, what's the pull like? You know what? It picks it up fairly decent for the type of power that we're working with. You know, 48 brake horsepower. We've got 43 newton meters of torque. And what's quite good is 35 of those newton meters, 80%, are available from 3000 RPM onwards. Whoa. Okay, so when they're telling us to slow down, I thought it was because there was the popo. Turns out it's the moo-moo. They see me rolling, they hating. Shift up the box, shift up the box. Alrighty, so we've got the 19-inch cast wheels on this, and we've got a road biased rubber that BMW put on this that's made for the bike. Now, a lot of comments that I have seen, just generally on social media, have been, oh, why wasn't it a 21-inch front? It needed to be a 21-inch front. And we had a presentation last night and I asked the question, why? Why was a 19 chosen in front of a 21-inch for this lightweight adventure bike? And they said, you know, it's a GS. Our R1300 GS has a 19-inch front. The fly line of this is very similar to the R1300. The fly line just means the fairings and the beak and everything. If you were to look at the F450GS and the R1300 GS, you'll see there are some similarities. It's just like a baby GS basically. They also said that if they went with a 21-inch front, it would kind of change the whole geometry of what this bike is about to them. They wanted a smaller wheelbase, which they can achieve, so that it's super agile, because a lot of people that get an F450GS, you know, might just want it as a little whippersnapper, naked, adventure-y commuter style bike for the odd B-road blast or the odd commute. You know, they're not going to, I mean, don't get me wrong, some will try off-roading and green laning, of course, and they'd probably be the ones that get the trophy variant. But yeah, push it on a little bit. You know, you can definitely work it. There's lots of screeching happening all around me. These boys are really testing the limits of the Enduro Pro. Oh, all I can smell is rubber, burnt rubber. Oh yes. Yeah, you can really wang it round. Okay. Down the box, third gear for all the drive. Because these guys and girls are not hanging around in front. So the front brake, when I first sat on it and pulled it in, it doesn't feel like it pulls very far into the bar. It stops quite far away from the bar, and I thought, oh, how's that going to feel? But oh my gosh, the front brake is pretty strong, to be fair to it. It's pretty strong. It does what it needs to do. Yes, Bruce. Yes, Bruce. Bruce Bogtrotter with the big skids in Enduro Pro mode. I'm going to put the heated grips on 3 because I want to test them. I want to test how they are. Are they as good as the R1300 GS heated grips? Because they are like molten lava in the third setting. I can confirm that the heated grips are absolutely molten, just like its bigger brother. Well, dad, even. The stoppers can get it right down before you attack the bend. That's quite reassuring, you know.
stopping power is good from that single disc. I think as well the combination of it being so light, like by comparison of some of its competitors, for example the Himalayan is close to 200 kg, and when you come to stop on that, by comparison to this, you feel like you need to throw an anchor out. Also, how this handles on the road is far more comforting than the Himalayan 450. Like, I went to Scotland on that, and going around the bends, it's a weird sensation. And I've ridden some 21-inch front bikes like the BMW F450GS, where the 21-inch has actually felt like pretty good on the road for hooning round. But yeah, with the Himalayan, to hoon around on it, it feels a bit odd. Whereas this feels at home hooning around. That is on the road, of course. And I guess another thing that I'm finding about this bike versus its single cylinder counterpart competition is the fact that this feels a lot less vibrator than, say, I don't know, the KTM 390 Adventure R or the Himalayan.
Before we get off-roading, just a quick interlude to hear the bike and how it sounds with that 135-degree crank.
Alright team, it is the second part of the day. It's the off-road section. So I am on the GS Trophy variant. Now we've got a little bit of road riding to do to get to the off-road stuff, but it'll be interesting to test the ERC, the Easy Ride Clutch, on the road and off. Alright, Easy Ride Clutch, here we go baby. Apparently you can't stall this. So I'm in first gear, no clutch at all. So with this bike we have Enduro Pro, and I have put it in that in anticipation of us just venturing off the road and onto the dirt. So what's the difference between, oh, straight onto the dirt, alright, let's go. Let's get loose, let's get loosey-goosey. I'm trying to avoid the puddles for now. Okay, love that. Very, very confidence inspiring for me. Third gear, just chuffing along. Yeah, so what's the difference between Enduro and Enduro Pro? Well, Enduro is optimised for road tyres, and Enduro Pro is optimised for off-road tyres. So we get a throttle map that you can choose from rain or road. Oh, it's getting loose beneath me. Also very, very fun. Splash! Woo! Oh, so I'm in third gear. That was a good pull up that hill, given the fact that I was probably not in the right gear. Oh gosh, horrible mud. Disgusting. So yeah, this is just like kind of nice stuff. It's kind of easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Oh no. That wasn't very fun. I'm not very good at picking lines. So I'm just riding them out. Just riding them out at the moment. But this is so fun and so exciting, but also quite scary at the same time. Oh, this is minging. Oh, oh, smash the bash plate then. These are horrid. Oh, crikey, this is terrifying. Oh, my bike's just throwing all shapes. Oh, I tell you what, first impression so far, like just jumping in off road and being thrown in at the deep end. Oh, for me, wow, this is transformative. Oh wow. Okay, bit more road. Okay. Woo! What an experience. I really think that the work I've been doing with Mike, touch wood, so far has paid off, or is paying off. Oh my days. So I think I got to speaking about the Enduro Pro mode. So you've got a map that you can put rain or road, as well as throttle response. You can fine tune and tailor the ABS and traction control as well. And I think that means no traction control, and with ABS you have none on the rear, but you do have a very minimally intrusive ABS on the front. You can't switch it off completely. So far this Easy Ride clutch is living up to its damn name, because the Easy Ride clutch combined with a gear shift assist, it's so easy to use. So the GS Trophy variant only comes with the Easy Ride clutch, you can't get it without. But that being said, you still have a clutch, and it does feel a little bit heavier on the lever than the non-Easy Ride clutch bikes, but you can still use it like a normal clutch. So with the GS Trophy variant, or the Trophy variant as people shorten it to, you've got the sport suspension, so it just gives you that little bit more flexibility and adjustment on the front fork. God, that's got its own waterfall. That's a crater, a meteor from the moon landed there. Crikey, it's like navigating bloody craters. So the price of this, the Trophy variant comes in at £7,760. Now, where these bikes are spec'd a little bit differently from just a GS Trophy that you could buy out of the showroom, ours are spec'd quite nicely. So we have a tall rally seat, which does increase the height to 865mm, and that seat costs £207. This has got bar risers on at £37, and then something that surprised me, these have crash bars on, but the crash bars are a whopping, I think, £538. I was definitely not expecting that value for crash bars, to be honest. But the Easy Ride clutch, I can't lie, is taking a whole lot of worry out of things. This is looking pretty rocky, pretty scary, scary Bamberi. Oh God, this is going to be horrible. Oh, I'm glad I put it in rain engine configuration. Oh my, mud is absolutely terrifying. Crikey, oh my days, oh my God. Just commit. Oh, I love this stuff. This stuff is much nicer, but still so quiet. Woo! What the suspension, my gosh. Oh, I'm feeling fantastic. This bike, oh my days, it's a bike for me. This is a bike for me, absolutely. Woo! Yeah, the fast boys have left me, but I don't care, because I'm just on a Kate Ralph survival mission, a one girl survival mission. We got mud, back ends all over the damn show. Oh no, crashy, wasn't crashy, don't know how that wasn't crashy. That was hope for the best, don't die. I'm just winging this life. I'll get better, hopefully. I need to get better because it's freaking absolutely terrifying when you're not good at it. Oh, just let the clutch out in first gear. That's kind of wild. Look, guys, I'm so proud of myself thus far. I love it. Oh my god, it's incredible. Scary but good. So whilst I have a brief moment, just stopping, taking in this incredible view, I'll tell you guys about the cross-spoked wheels that this is spec'd with. So they're not currently on the UK configurator because the UK allocation has completely sold out. So they don't want to advertise them and then people place their orders with the cross-spoke wheels to be told, sorry, we can only source them in 6 months, which from what I've gathered is kind of what they're looking at for the moment. But so far, let me tell you that weight would be worth it in my opinion. And I'm not missing a 21-inch front at my capabilities and levels. But yeah, so this bike that I'm riding is about £8,550 roughly, with all the accessories that it has. Then with the cross-spoke wheels, you're adding an extra 1,000 roughly. For what I think from what I've seen on the configurator in the past, I think it's just above £1,000. So then that takes it to 9,500. Then obviously you've got your off-road rubber, which will be extra, I believe, because I think it's just the rims for just over 1,000 that you get. But don't forget, this has crash bars on it, and they're 500 odd pounds. And you know, maybe there'll be aftermarket crash bars in the future that aren't so spenny. So it would end up probably being, crikey, I don't know how much the tyres would be, but just for the cross-spoke wheels without rubber, it's going to be spec like this, 9.5 grand. So if you took the crash bars off and sourced your own, then it takes it to 9, which is a bit easier to stomach for a 450 A2 compliant machine. What do you think? Right, let's get back to the ride. So it's in neutral, watch this. First, bam, no clutch. Bada boom, bada beam. Oh, we've got a big hill climb. I'm just trying to follow the roughly paved markings. Wind the throttle on and hope for the best. Go into second gear here. There's some oomph up this. I'm just letting it do what it needs to do beneath me. I'm trying my best! I'm trying! I'm on the way, dear. I'm on the way. Ah! We went all shapes. I'm honestly just trying. I'm out here trying and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely freaking loving it. Splishy! Alright, Jarvis, calm down. There's a bloody cliff drop there. Are you well? Put it in second here because it's quite steep looking. Scary that. Oh guys, that off-road experience then, wow, absolutely unbloody real. This bike feels like it's holding my hand, and that's great for me, because when you're off-roading and you're not very good at it and you're a bit of a wobbler, it's a bit terrifying and you worry sometimes that things will get a bit crashy. But this bike has absolutely had my back. The Easy Ride clutch is a fantastic addition for people like me, really. Right team, I'm gonna take you back to my outro. What a day. Right everybody, I am back in from a super fun day riding around on BMW's brand new F450 GS's, the sport variant, the GS Trophy variant, and oh, it has been a pretty good day in the office, if I'm being honest. Now, I expected the Trophy variant to,
you know, really put a smile on my face. I thought I was gonna have an awesome day on it. And it's not that I didn't expect that from the sport variant, I just thought that the highlight would be the trophy. And even though it was, I had so much fun on the road on this sport variant, and I wasn't expecting to enjoy it quite as much as I did. You can hustle this thing around, it handles incredibly well, and I feel like the harder you ride it, the more it rewards you. It's just such a good feeling, everything feels great, heat grips on there as standard. It's been beautiful in the chilly Sicily climate. So yeah, I've really enjoyed riding both of them today. Now, if I didn't realise, or if I didn't know already, that the bike was actually built in India through BMW's TVS partnership, I wouldn't know. I mean, obviously it's designed and developed and engineered in Germany through BMW. So I know there are a few people out there who are a bit dubious about the building of a bike in India, but everything feels premium, feels quality, and you jump on it and it feels just like another GS. It feels just like a smaller version of an R1300GS, obviously without the boxer engine. You get what I'm saying. Everything is quite similar, the fly line, the styling, the switchgear, the dash. It's giving GS, and I like that a lot. So how did the bike feel to ride? It's mega comfy. Both seat variants, super comfy. My bum has not been numb at all, which has been great. Vibrations, I know a lot of you are curious about those, given the fact that it is a twin cylinder engine now, and honestly, it's been fine. The hard riding on the roads and off-roading, you don't really notice the vibrations at all. We did take it on the motorway for a little bit of a stint, and you could feel them a little bit, but then again, you are riding on an engine that's producing lots of explosions, so if you don't feel vibrations, then, you know, that's pretty wild. So yeah, no cruise control, we do have that to contend with, unfortunately, but it's kind of fun to wring its neck on the motorway anyway, so yeah, I've enjoyed that aspect. Seat height, you know what, it has been a little bit on the tall side, taller than I was expecting, but it has been manageable. But if you are somebody who, you know, has a few confidence issues on bikes and you need to have your feet flat, I definitely recommend the low seat. Now, I haven't tried that, of course, today. I've just been getting by on the standard seat, 845mm, and the rally seat, which is 865mm, and I've coped. But I also do this for a living. I have to jump on loads of different bikes and just get on with it and deal with it. So because the bike is so light in comparison to a lot of other things that I ride, it does kind of take the stress out of it and make it a lot easier than if I didn't have that experience. So moving on to the easy ride clutch, that's been a bit of a highlight for me, and I didn't expect it to be. Now, we have it on the trophy variant, which we rode on the road as well as off-road, and it takes the stress out of the job. Not that changing gears is particularly stressful. Well, actually it is if you're off-roading and you're not very good and you're in survival mode all the time, like I am. It just gives you one less thing to think about. Like, you don't have to think about, you know, stalling. You don't have to think, oh man, I'm too low in this gear. It'll flash at you and say, please drop a gear, but it'll just handle it, which is great. And I found it really good, and my preference actually would be to have that easy ride clutch because it does make life a lot easier. And if you're one of these people that, you know, just likes to pop wheelies and stuff like that, and you're quite a technical rider, I'm a kind of pray and hope for the best rider, so the easy ride clutch is great. But if you're kind of more like the Chris Northovers of the world, you've still got a clutch, so you can still get pretty technical should you want to, and I think that's great. So yeah, the handling of the bike, the hoonability of the bike, it's there. It's really fun. But like with everything, you guys know I try and give pros and cons. So I'm going to put my pros here, and I'm going to put my cons here. Feel free to pause and digest at your leisure. If you want me to delve a bit deeper into those pros and cons in the comment section, if you think I've not explained it clear enough, let me know and just let me clarify. But yeah, overall, fantastic day. I actually wasn't expecting this bike to be that good. I was hoping it would be that good, but I don't know, there's a lot of like naysayers on the internet at the moment. They kind of like put a dampener on certain things with, you know, oh, it's just an Instagram bike, we'll never see it in the flesh. Well, it's here, and it's going to be officially launched in April, I do believe. I think the 25th. But yeah, it's here, it's arrived, and I think BMW will do very, very well with it. All right, on that note, I love you and leave you. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye. Tschüss.